James Gunn has shared a photo of a meeting between he and Zack Snyder. It is time to speculate. I'm going to tell you guys what I believe this could potentially mean, and I'm also going to tell you exactly why James Gunn may have already told us. Now look, before I get started, do your boy three major favors. Please hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. Hitting that notification bell certainly helps. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. Now let's get into today's news. This article is coming from comicbookmovie.com. If you're familiar with the 4KO, you would know that this is my preferred site to get my news from. So shout out to them for continuing to bring the noise. It is titled, DC Studios boss James Gunn shares photo from meeting with Zack Snyder. Could a DC return be on the cards? Now look, I know someone is typing in the comment section right at this very moment about how horrible Zack Snyder is as a director. They completely hate this guy. However, I would like to let you know something. On the 4KO, we love Zack Snyder. He is one of my favorite directors, just as Denis Villeneuve, I'm saying Static Kubrick. I love what the man has to bring to the table. If you do not like Zack Snyder or his style of directing, you do not have to watch this video or listen to what I have to say. Because if you're not interested into the guy, why you're interested into the conversation about him. I just want to point that out. All right. When Warner Brothers enlisted Zack Snyder to restore the Snyder Cut of Justice League, it felt like a miracle. For a long time, it seemed his version of the movie was destined to forever remain unseen. When it did finally hit Max, the general consensus was that it was leaps and bounds ahead of Joss Whedon's theatrical cut. That wasn't enough for some, and there's a sizable number of DC fans, glad you acknowledged them as DC fans, who continue to campaign to restore the Snyderverse. The chances of Snyder's sequels becoming a reality seem slim, though it's a little surprising we never seen them presented in the form of a comic, book, or Elseworlds animated project. The majority of the fans mentioned above are hoping the DCU fails so the DCU can rise from the ashes, a hopefully naive desire for a franchise that may already be one flop away from permanently being shelved. Now look, I would say that the DCU at this very moment is also one or two flops away. Just remember, James Gunn only have a 5-year deal. I believe this year is year number 4, or could it be year number 5? I think it's year number 4, so you better be careful there. All right, regardless, DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn has taken to social media to share a photo from a recent meeting with Zack Snyder. This may be as simple as two colleagues or old friends catching up, but many are already wondering if they discuss a possible DC return for Snyder. We wouldn't bank on that being Justice League 2. Still, with the right character and enough oversight, Snyder could quite easily add an exciting new project to the DCU lineup. Don't get your hopes up, but watch this space. Lobo, anyone? Could be. Now let me tell you what could possibly be going on here. A while ago, I did report to you guys when the Batman was delayed. I said maybe DC Elseworlds is dead. I said that, right? I own up to that. But James Gunn, he was determined to make sure you understood that DC Elseworlds was still alive. So with that being said, maybe James Gunn has seen the potential in Zack Snyder's DC Universe being part of that Elseworlds storyline. Because if you look at it like this, there are only, 2 films left in Zack Snyder's story? I mean, if you want to add in a Man of Steel 2 in there or even a Justice League 3, but I believe there's only 2 or maybe 3 films left in Zack Snyder's story. And if you look at Max, all it has is that a television series. So the proper way to go about this will be to continue Zack Snyder's DC Universe as a HBO Max exclusive. And I'm not talking about television series here, right? I am talking about a series of films, something to bring more attention to that of HBO Max. Because I don't know if you know it or not, but HBO Max is not performing on the levels of that of Disney Plus or that of Amazon Prime or either nowhere near close to Netflix. So they need something else to get themselves into the game here. A Lanterns TV series isn't going to do it alone. The Penguin TV series isn't going to do it alone. I mean to say streaming series, but I guess over the years you just get used to saying TV series. But HBO Max could use the content, and they can do that by giving you Zack Snyder's DC Universe as an Elseworlds story. Something that I feel that Disney Plus isn't doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had that Pinocchio film on Disney Plus, but they're not giving you films that are original. Zack Snyder's Justice League was original. You see what I'm saying? Even though it was the touch-up of the original film, it was an original film pretty much made for Max. And it can work. And think about it like this. Everybody happy. Now, many people would probably say, dude, you're living just recklessly, right? You're not thinking the Snyderverse is never going to be restored. But they're the same folks that's going to try and tell you to be happy about DC. If they truly want people to be happy about DC, how's about DC making everybody happy? It's a win-win situation. It is a win-win situation. Now, to go back what this article has said about colleagues catching up, that could be possible, right? I'm just speculating here. You just never know. However, how things seems to unfold many times when actors, directors, producers sit down with other directors, regardless if they're friends or not, they tend to work together. You know what I'm saying? You know, they are not just out and about just cause. Many a times. And James Gunn shared that photo to show you that they are still willing to work together. Despite how many of us feel about James Gunn or Zack Snyder, they remain to be friends behind closed doors. So it's no disrespect there. And there's another thing that I want to mention. Maybe James Gunn was getting pointers for his Superman. I was about to say Superman. Superman. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe. You never know. You never know. But I feel that this is something bigger than just a meeting between two colleagues. Something is going on here. James Gunn wouldn't have not shared that photo if he did not want you to conversate about this. I just want to point that out. That is how he's working at this very moment. And another thing I want to give him props for would be that Superman promo for the NBA. I know a lot of people say that it was clumsy, but it's quite genius because you have to understand it like this. They may have skipped over the Super Bowl to focus on the NBA Finals. Because despite how people view the NBA throughout the season, the finals and those playoffs always tends to get eyes on them. So maybe DC Studios' plan can be to focus on the NBA because it is the thing that's closest to that of Superman, right? Superman follows immediately after the finals conclude. So that could be genius, right? And I give him props for that. So with that being said, the man may be thinking straight and he could be contemplating on bringing back Zack Snyder to finish up his storyline. Rather that be HBO Max, comic books, or animated. I feel that something is cooking up. But it could very well be that of a theatrical run. Who knows? Who knows? I'm your boy O. Hopefully you have watched this video all the way to the end, help you boy out that algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, please be sure to do so. Trying to reach that magical number of 10,000 subscribers. So I'll be highly appreciative. You will help me cross over that threshold by hitting that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell, because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to the platform. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out that algorithm, baby. But in the comments below, let me know, what did you speculate is going on behind closed doors? And could you also agree that this could very well be Zack Snyder and James Gunn catching up with old times? Just let me know in the comments below. And always remember, let's say le bon temps roulé. That means let the good times roll.